Listen, I did not sign up for this BS. That was not cool. I realized what they were doing as they were doing it, but I guess I was expecting it to be tamer. And then when they shattered her pendant, I was like, oh, most of the time that means she's actually dying. Now I know she's not. I don't need to look at the preview to know my boy's gonna beat that woman senseless and make a pact with her, and either she will heal Fenris or he will heal Fenris himself, because seemingly he absorbed the holy magic of light and darkness by the end there. At least according to his nav system saying that he acquired it. But it doesn't change the fact that, like, it's just so unexpected. The entirety of this episode is basically like, it's not about like getting your guard to drop, like that's just this show. It's Fenris and Philo just being cute and bonding and feeling like a married couple, and the idea of everyone supporting it. Then you have basically discount Spear Hero from Shield Hero making a deal with the devil. The entire damn country is about to lose their heads if this deal is received and committed to. I'm surprised by this show. This show's way better than I ever thought possible, but legitimately, if this doesn't get a season 2, I'm gonna be incredibly salty. Full live reactions over on Patreon. If you want some full and good thoughts to any of these wonderful episodes, gonna be over there if you're interested. So, we are 5 episodes in, and the show is just getting more and more fun. Remove the shocking ending, and this is still a perfect episode. We ended the last episode with essentially Satan launching a war because he thought his future wife-to-be and his best bro were dead because of this army. Listen, wars have been started over misunderstandings all the time, and I can't say I blame the guy for thinking the worst, but it's kind of hilarious to think humanity almost got wiped out because of a misunderstanding and a Dark One wanting some hot booty. It's fantastic. Though I will admit, the humans are better than I thought. I can't remember ever seeing this. And maybe I have. Maybe I'm just forgetting. But even if I have, it's not common enough for me to remember. I don't like the king of this world, but I have to give him a major piece of praise here. He was a part of that pushing them back. Usually a king in this situation would be like sitting on his throne, giving orders, being a D-bag, whatever. When all of the mages were casting the Purify spell to push back the army, he was a part of it. Which surprised me, because I thought this guy was useless. And while I've seen it be like the princess helps like mages and stuff, I've seen that. I can't remember the last time I saw a king, or at least a fat bastard of a king like this guy, but that actually kind of impressed me. Now, the princess has took over the throne, which props to her. She immediately cans that dumbass's ass, which was fantastic. And they all collectively realize who the true hero is after the Oracle speaks. That's something I actually have to give some praise to. It's often when you, like, have a character that's, like, discarded because they're quote-unquote useless. Then when it's revealed that they're not useless, they're like, you expect me to think that lame-ass guy is... No, they're immediately like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we've been relying on this D-bag, and he's literally running away and not letting us be safe. Yeah, it probably makes sense that the dude our king tried to recruit might actually be more special than he let on. Makes sense. I appreciate that this show is the farthest thing away from so bad it's good. This is just legitimately great. The characters are loving. You have a group of female characters who would normally be the love interest for our boy, that would never go anywhere, and they'd feel more like an object than a person. If you needed any more proof that this wasn't a harem for him, they are the reason they went on that date. They collectively were like, go on a date, you guys are husband and wife, this is cute as hell. Sure, they're salty that they're incredibly single, and while, yes, Fenris still has moments where, you know, our girl's like, you know, I really like what you have, and she's like, if you say one more word, I'm gonna bite your neck. You know, she does get salty, and it's funny, but here's the thing. Even if this, like, goddess tried to be, like, flirtatious, once Fenris is healed, she's gonna make sure Isekai Truck-kun comes in and smashes this fool. She ain't gonna let that fly. The episode in general just felt like, it felt chilling in another world. There's this big-ass war happening in the background, and my boy's like, oh, okay, where can I sell my shield? Where can I sell this or that? He's literally chilling and it's fantastic. But it's the fact that it sideswipes you. And it does it so effectively. Because the entirety of this episode is just like, oh, I really like this. This is perfect. I don't need deaths. I don't need explosiveness because the concept of what the world's going through, what our boy's going through, as much as I hate this hero, or former hero I might add, I love his story. I wouldn't change that. You have a woman next to him who I thought was going to be like, from S.H.I.E.L.D. Hero as well, just, mine was going to like screw him over. She's like, nah, it makes sense. You're probably going to become hero again. I'd want to stick by you because it's going to benefit me. Most brutally honest isekai character put into that position, if I'm being honest. And my boy's like, yeah, that works. I'm a loser. I can't get normal women anyway, so that's fine with me. And then this boy pulls out Excalibur and unleashes the Black Plague. He's an idiot, but his story is entertaining gold. But it's the ending, man. Like, it's just... The thing is if Fenris didn't do anything and just let him take the blow, they would have been fine, because he was clearly putting up barriers and was just fine. But she doesn't know that, of course. So the fact that she was willing to sacrifice herself for him, and his healing magic can't do anything, you know she's getting healed. You don't need to watch the preview to know that dude's gonna beat her ass senseless. It was just gonna happen. But the thing about it is it doesn't take away from the fact that what he's going through right now is completely real, and that level of rage we've never seen. And I think it really goes to reflect how much he's fallen in love with Fenris, even though a lot of this is still completely new for him. I just think this show, it does it so perfectly when it comes to like the blending of comedy meets slice of life, meets there is an element of action as seen by a dark army unleashing the Black Plague and then them pushing it back with Purify, though they are kind of shit out of luck when it comes to like, even if all of their mages did recover by the 2 to 3 month mark, realistically they're not going to, and they're not going to have enough to push him back again. For their sake, they best hope my boy reveals to his new BFF that he is okay, because otherwise, the apocalypse is going to happen. And I have to admit, it's kind of funny when you have an isekai where the entire reason the isekai Dark One is trying to, like, destroy the world is because you hurt his bro and his future wife-to-be. And the fact that in this episode she realizes that the Dark One has interest in her and she's even more terrified is just fantastic. Like, it's funny, it's intense, but it's just like, it's the perfect type of chillin' in another world show that you'd want to see. This was an absolutely fantastic episode, easily the best out of the 5 in my opinion, but let me know what you thought down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course ring that bell so you can know if I want to upload more. Like I mentioned, got those full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Neos, was RD1, Jord Goen, Andy Rodriguez, and Connor Reeves. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care and have a good one.